And people are pretty eager to travel again. So what we're going to try to figure out here today is, what do they want now that the pandemic is maybe over? And I knock on all the wood when I say that. What type of experience do travelers want? What are their concerns? What are no longer their concerns? And what can the different stakeholders do to accommodate those concerns? Of course, we know now we're in a very different situation with the Omicron variant. We're going to be in a situation where, with the booster combined with the extremely high infection rate, we're going to have a lot of people who will be immune to this variant over the next months. But of course, they'll also be worried about a new variant coming up. So how do we balance those concerns? And also, how do we not overdo it, considering all the details of the Omicron variant? How do we make sure we're not overly assuming that people have concerns that maybe they no longer have?
We're now facing a moment where the protocols of safety and security on the ground are well established. There has been an immense work by public administrations, by the private sector to place those protocols, to increase the confidence of travelers that they can be safe in an hotel, in a restaurant, in any experience that they're enjoying. The biggest challenge remains cross-border travel. And this is really the moving forward before, but even more now, as the restrictions, hopefully, as you said, knock on wood, will continue to be lifted. There's two main issues.
For a sustainable and safe tourism during and after COVID-19, there are some important issues like adapt the offer to the new healthcare guidelines, ensuring trust in destinations. Just like that, we can transform the pandemic and any future crisis into an opportunity for a tourism more sustainable.
So what we've done is we've taken all of the feedback that we've gotten from consumers that are using our site and what information they need to help restore their confidence. And as we started to see the demand around transparency for travelers, first thing we did is we also have a product that we worked on, Travel Safe, that has been adopted by more than 230,000 businesses around the world. The unique thing to this is that it's not just available to the larger chains, but really also available to kind of the smaller and more medium-sized businesses that are also trying to get back on their feet as people begin to travel again. And this product gives businesses the opportunity to share what types of precautions they're taking to keep travelers safe and what travelers can expect when they go to the business. It also lets travelers, comment about what they're finding in an ever-changing environment. So, were the employees wearing masks? Was a vaccination card or proof of vaccination required?
We're seeing them, and it's not just us, but the sector as a whole is seeing an increase of 250% of bookings for the Easter period for Q1. The 2022 has also seen an increased forecast of bookings. So we are optimistic about 2022. But I would say that when travelers want to return, they will return with an emphasis and a continued emphasis on traveling safely, healthily, and also responsibly.
So Sandra, what do you think is missing right now from a policy perspective to get things back on track?
Thank you, David, and thank you for the question to the participant that shared it in the chat. I think, as I mentioned in the beginning, the coordination is the key role, and that's very much to the states. We've seen how the European Union has played a really significant role in trying to harmonize the rules and trying to share information that is clear and transparent. And unfortunately, I think at national level, we still need to have a better coordination among the countries. There is an important issue, and I always realize that when we look back 1 year, if you would say that the European Union would agree on a COVID certificate, which is harmonized, which is being accepted, which has a QR code that people can travel around, probably you would say, no, that's not possible. So I think sometimes we look at obviously what is missing, but I think a lot has been done in 1 year time.
I definitely agree with Sandra. For TripAdvisor users, I think the biggest thing is streamlined language around what exactly is expected of them. So no ambiguities, very straightforward, and of course, easily accessible. I know that there are some resources where this information could be found, but to have it be written exactly the same and be available in multiple places to be the expectation would be something that I think would really resonate with travelers and help give them confidence that to get back out there.
It's like when we say justice must be seen to be done at the same time during this time. It's true that also the hygiene aspect must be seen physically, and the customers must have really their mind at rest, and therefore it's very much important that whilst the protocols are important, and we also had Portugal Leonor explaining some important aspects and practices they put into place, it's important to share these practical examples. And I really believe that digitalization and new tech solutions could really help even when it comes to safety and putting the minds at rest.